What's good, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm bringing you all another MLB The Show 21 Diamond Dynasty video, and in today's video we are going to be doing episode 5 of me rating your Diamond Dynasty teams in MLB The Show 21 Diamond Dynasty. So if you're excited for the video, do me a favor, hit the like button, hit that subscribe button if you are new. Make sure to follow my Twitter account if you want a chance to be featured in a future episode. But without further ado, I hope you all enjoy the video, and let's get it.
Minika, watch me on Twitch, ooh, I'm streaming. I'm on YouTube, subscribe to the channel, red button beaming. Let's get that sub count, take over YouTube, ooh, we teaming. My content so high, ooh, yeah, I'm steaming. Ooh, yeah, I'm steaming, red button beaming.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back with another episode of me rating your Diamond Dynasty teams on a scale of 1 to 10, rating the starting lineup, rating the starting rotation, and rating the bullpen. If you want a chance to be featured in a future episode, make sure to follow me on Twitter, which is on the screen for you all right now, and look out for when I tweet to reply to my tweet with your Diamond Dynasty team to be featured in a future episode. But that is how you enter if you want to be featured in episode 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, as we make more episodes of these ones. But today is episode 5, and I'll be rating 5 teams today, starting with Seth Hill, who has a pretty interesting team, has a few players we expect to be on a lot of great Diamond Dynasty teams like Mike Trout, Chipper Jones, Jackie, Kyle Schwarber, but then he has some other interesting guys like Alfonso Soriano. Don't see a lot of people use that card anymore. He's going with Eduardo Escobar, parallel 5, Joey Votto, and Roberto Clemente is pretty good as well. The infield, I like Chipper at third base. Obviously, he's the best third baseman in the game. Very intrigued by the Eduardo Escobar play here at shortstop. He is a switch hitter, which is really nice. I'm not sure if he's better than Wander Franco. I don't think he is. I think Wander would be better. I think the Trevor Story is even better. The 96 awards one, or if you can get somebody like Francisco Lindor or Trey Turner, I definitely think Trey Turner should be on this team at the shortstop position over the Eduardo Escobar. Jackie at second base, I have no problem with. He's a very good card. Great contact numbers if you're playing on a higher difficulty, like Hall of Fame or on Legend, and he's parallel 5, so that's really cool. And then Joey Votto gets you a lefty bat. First base is all about whose swing you like better, and I assume you like Joey Votto's swing more than guys like Ortiz or Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Personally, I like the Vladdy G number 1 as my number 1 first baseman, and then Kyle Schwarber, parallel 5 behind the plate. Not the best defensive catcher, but he's a top 1, top 2 catcher in the game. We take into account secondary positions. It's either him or Mike Piazza, and Schwarber allows you to get another lefty onto your team. And then the outfield, very curious with the Soriano pick. Don't see a lot of people use Soriano anymore. I don't like the Soriano too much. He's an okay card, but I would go with somebody like Acuna or Bryce Harper, even Larry Walker, I think, over the Alfonso Soriano. Then to close out the outfield, we have Mike Trout in center field, still my number 1 center fielder in the game, and then Roberto Clemente, kind of like an outfielder's Jackie Robinson, great fielding, great contact numbers, and okay power numbers. Pretty solid offense. I like it. I'd say the offense is around an 8.1 out of 10. The starting rotation also looks amazing. The starting rotation might be a 9+ out of 10 with parallel 5 DeGrom, 99 Ohtani, 99 Felix, 97 Lance Lynn, and the 94 Edward Cabrera. You have like 5 of the top 10 pitchers in the game right now in your rotation, with a lot of them being in the top 5, and Jacob deGrom, Felix, and Edward Cabrera. I really like the Lance Lynn. I like the Ohtani. This is almost my exact starting rotation. I really like the starting rotation. I'd say it's a 9.2, 9.3 out of 10. And in the bullpen, you have your cap. You have John Franco, Rob Dibble, Rich Gossage, Dellin Betances, Aroldis Chapman, Alex Reyes, and Mariano Rivera. You definitely should get some more lefties into your bullpen here. I would go out and get at least the Gregory Soto card, kind of like the Alex Reyes outlier on the sinker ball. Very good lefty to have in your bullpen. If you don't have the 97 Chapman or the 98 Andrew Miller, if you can upgrade to one of those guys, that would be even better. If I was you, I would go out and get Lee Smith. Lee Smith is a very good reliever late in this game. He came out a long time ago, but he has a nasty forkball. He can throw the ball over 100 miles an hour. I would probably replace either Rob Dibble or Dellin Betances with that Lee Smith card. Then obviously, if you can upgrade to some point to like the 99 Gossage, the 99 Jansen, I do see you have 99 Mariano Rivera. That would make this bullpen even better. I would say the bullpen is like a 7.8, 7.9 out of 10. I think the team overall is an 8.3 out of 10. Our next team comes from DJ LeMayo, elite second baseman, and his team is outstanding. Parallel 5 Chipper, Trey Turner, Jackie, Mike Trout, then parallel 4 Vlad Sr. and Big Papi. Then he has Kyle Schwarber behind the plate and Cedric Mullins in left left field. So I love Chipper. I love Trey Turner. I would honestly move Jackie Robinson to like third base, put Chipper at short, and then Trey Turner at second base. I think that would give you the best defensive options between these three players, but I love all of them on your team. Big Papi at first base, great swing, top 3 first baseman in the game. Like I said with Vada, with first base, it depends on whose swing you like the most, because that's probably going to be one of your best hitters on the team at the first baseman spot. And then Kyle Schwarber behind the plate, we talked about in the last team, not the best defensive catcher, but he makes up for it at the plate, gets you another lefty into your lineup, and he's a very, very good hitter. Cedric Mullins in left field. I know people either love or hate the Cedric Mullins. I like the Cedric Mullins, but his arm is just a liability for me in the field. He's a great hitter. Don't get me wrong. I love his swing. He has great power behind the plate, but honestly, because of his arm, I would rather go with somebody like Acuna, Roberto Clemente, Bryce Harper, Larry Walker over the Cedric Mullins card. Mike Trout, parallel 5. That is awesome. And then Vlad Sr. in right field. Great contact numbers for higher levels, great power, and a great arm. This offense is really, really good. I would give it a 9 out of 10. So the offense was amazing, and so is the starting rotation and the bullpen. Here we have Verlander, Ohtani, Al Leiter, Felix Hernandez, and parallel 5, Jacob deGrom. I love the starting rotation. Again, 5 of the top 10 pitchers in the game, with the best pitcher in the game in Verlander and a top 3 pitcher in deGrom as well. Starting rotation, I'd say, is a 9.5, 9.6 out of 10. And then the bullpen is Familia, Graveman, Soto, Miller, Reyes, Chapman, Rivera, and Gossage. If this is not like a 9.7, 9.8 bullpen out of 10, I don't know what is. The only piece missing here is that Kenley Jansen 99 overall card, but the rest I love. So a 9 offense, a 9.5, 9.6 starting rotation, then a 9.7, 9.8 bullpen. This team overall is a 9.4 out of 10. Before I get into my third team, I am about to rate. If you're enjoying the video so far and you're finding it useful, do me a favor, hit the like button, hit that subscribe button. 50 likes on this video and I will drop another episode of rating your Diamond Dynasty teams next week. So hit that like button if you want to see another episode. But the next team we're going to be rating comes from Kyle Harry here, who has a parallel 1/1 Nestor Cortez. That is cool. We're going to get to that when we get to the bullpen. But first, let's take a look at the offense. He has Miguel Cabrera, Chipper Jones, Wander Franco, Big Papi, Kyle Schwarber, Acuna, Turner, and Vlad Guerrero Sr. So what I would do personally is I would pick either Cabrera or David Ortiz to use at first base, and I would move the other one to the bench to get some better defense out there. Move Chipper back to third, Wander to shortstop, and then Trey comes in the infield at second base, because you completed Chipper Jones, which means you have every single live series card in the game, which means you have Mike Trout, so you should be using Mike Trout on your team at their center field position. So your outfield would be Acuna, Trout, and Vlad Guerrero Sr. So that's really the only adjustment I would make. But if you want to stay with the team being this way, that's completely okay with me. It's still a very, very good offense here. Trey Turner, I just don't think is the best defensively in the outfield. He does have that 99 speed, but the reaction time is not the best, and Mike Trout is just too good to keep on your bench, not in your starting lineup. But I like the team. Other than that, I'd say the offense is an 8.4 out of 10. Now we'll talk about the starting rotation and the bullpen. We have Felix deGrom, Lance Lynn, Cabrera, and Corey Kluber. Love the first 4 guys. All of them are on my top 10 list once again. As for Kluber, though, I would probably replace him at this point in the game. I think he's a little outdated. I think there's better options. If you have some stubs saved up, go out and buy James Paxton, maybe Al Leiter. And if you want to replace this Kluber with some of those monthly awards cards, you can go with Walker Buehler or Corbin Burns, who I think are better than this Corey Kluber card. So I like the rotation. I'd say it's an 8.5 out of 10. Then we move to the bullpen, where you have that parallel 5 Nestor Cortez. Obviously, he's not leaving your bullpen. Then we have 95 Rich Gossage, 97 Josh Hader, Familia, Chapman, 99 Mo, Gregory Soto, and Alex Reyes. The only suggestion is, again, like I said with one of the other teams, go get Lee Smith. Lee Smith is a very underrated reliever in this game. He could probably replace that 90 overall Yuris Familia for you. Then when you have time to upgrade with some stubs, go get the 97 Chapman, the Andrew Miller, go get the 99 Jansen, go get the 99 Gossage. Obviously, you already have the 99 Mariano Rivera, but the bullpen is solid for right now. You have a decent lefty-righty mix. You have some good righties. You have some good lefties. I'd say the bullpen is an 8.1 out of 10. I think overall this team is an 8.5 out of 10. Our next team in the video comes from Ned Ski, one of my boys over there on Twitch. So we're hooking Ned up with a team rating here. We have Rafael Devers, Xander Bogaerts, Trey Turner, Nicholas Castellanos, Salvador Perez behind the plate, Cedric Mullins, Byron Buxton, and Harold Baines in the outfield. So this team is very, very interesting. Not a lot of players you see too often. I assume you're on a budget, don't have too many stubs to spend here. Devers is okay at third base, but honestly, I prefer Escobar over Devers, switch hitting bat in the same team affinity program. So I would go with Escobar over Rafael Devers. I like the Xander Bogaerts card. No complaints there. He's a solid top 6 shortstop in this game, but the shortstop position is so stacked. He's still a very good card. Trey Turner at second. That is amazing. You have Castellanos at first, which I like because Castellanos is a very good hitter. Not the best defensively though, but at first base defense doesn't matter too much, so that should be fine. And then Perez behind the plate, who's a top 3 catcher in the game right now behind Schwarber and Piazza. As for the outfield, Mullins, Buxton, and Baines, I think Buxton and Baines are outdated at this point, but for Mullins, I think he works on your team because you don't have the best outfielders to replace him with. You don't have Trout, you don't have Acuna, you don't have Harper, you don't have Vlad Sr., so I think Cedric Mullins works for your team, but I would try to replace Buxton and Baines. I like the infield. The outfield could use some work. I think this offense is a 7.1 out of 10. Now we'll move on to the pitching staff, and the starting rotation is okay. We have DeGrom, Priester, Cabrera. I like all 3 of those guys. Crochet and Burns, again, a little outdated, but Burns is not bad. He could actually dot up, and he has a very, very good cutter in this game, one of the best cutters in the game. Crochet is BP if you play somebody that can hit a fastball. If not, he's very good, and if you're playing on Legend, he's actually pretty solid because he gives your opponent a small PCI, and then it's harder to hit the fastball on those higher difficulties. So I'd say the starting rotation is like a 7.4 out of 10, and then for the bullpen, we have Graveman, we have Wade Davis, Darren O'Day, Chapman, Diekman, Josh Hader, Gregory Soto, and Alex Reyes. I would definitely try to improve your bullpen here, even if you can get like Craig Kimbrell from the Team Affinity Season 3 program. I normally don't recommend that card, but because your bullpen is not that good, I would go out and get him. Get guys like Lee Smith, Rob Dibble, the 92 Kendall Graveman from the Monthly Awards program. Even maybe get the Ryan Presley from the Monthly Awards program as well. I'd say the bullpen is a 6.6 out of 10. I think this team overall is a flat 7 out of 10. And the final team we will be rating today comes from Mitch, and Mitch has a solid team here. We have Miguel Cabrera, Tim Anderson, Wander Franco, Nicholas Castellanos, Jackie, Trey Turner in center, and then Ronald Acuna Jr. in right field. So a lot of good cards on this team. Like I said earlier though, I would probably go with Miguel Cabrera or Castellanos at first base, put the other one on the bench. That way you could put maybe Wander at third base, move Trey Turner into the infield, put him at second, then you have Wander at third, Tim Anderson at short, and then Trey Turner at second base with Miguel Cabrera or Castellanos at first base. Schwarber behind the plate is really good. Jackie in the outfield, I like. I actually use him in left field on my team as well. Good speed, a really good arm actually for the outfield, and good reaction time. So I think Jackie in left field is a good play. Then what you can do is you can move Acuna to center field, but if you have guys like Jason Dominguez, Byron Buxton, Mike Trout, you can put them in center field. Keep Acuna in right. You have a lot of options in terms of moving your players around the field here, but I like this offense. I'd say it's an 8 out of 10. So the offense was an 8 out of 10. The pitching staff looks amazing though, especially the starting rotation. DeGrom, Outlighter, Felix, Lefty Grove, and Nolan Ryan. You have a lot of good pitchers on this team. I haven't used Lefty Grove too much, so I honestly don't know how good he plays on higher difficulties, but if you like him, keep rolling with him. But I love the other 4 pitchers. They're all in my top 10 starting pitchers. I would say the starting rotation is an 8.8 out of 10, and then the bullpen looks good. You have good lefty-righty mix. You have that new 98 Miller. You have Lee Smith. You have Zach Britton, Soto, Hader, Rob Dibble, Alex Reyes, and 99 Mariano Rivera. The only guys you're missing are Chapman, Jansen, and then the 99 Rich Gossage, but obviously those guys are very, very expensive at this point in time. The bullpen is solid, 8.5 out of 10. So we have an offense with an 8 out of 10. We have a bullpen 8.5, and then we have a starting rotation of 8.8. So I would say this team overall is an 8.5 out of 10. Okay, everyone, that's gonna do it for the video today. Another episode of me rating your Diamond Dynasty teams is now in the books. If you want to see episode number 6 of this series, do me a favor, hit the like button. 50 likes on this video by tomorrow, and I will bring you guys another episode of rating your Diamond Dynasty teams next week. If you did enjoy the video though and you found it useful, do me a favor, hit the like button, hit that subscribe button if you are new. I would greatly appreciate it. If you would like to, you can follow my social links, which are on the screen for you all right now, including my Twitter, which is where I do these rating your Diamond Dynasty teams videos, my Instagram, my TikTok, and my Twitch. But that's gonna do it for me today, everyone. I will see you all in the next video. Have a great rest of your day. Peace out.